It's Wednesday, July the 18th, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show, where we talk about all the cool things in the whole wide world. What's up, everyone? Summer's halfway done.
You know what I just realized?
Oh.
You know that meme where it's a dude in a Spider-Man suit, and he's like, "It's Wednesday, my dudes"?
No.
No, you haven't seen that?
No.
It's like, "It's Wednesday, my dudes."
No.
No? Okay, well, it doesn't matter for you then. But, like, I'm surprised I haven't used that because we record on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It just came to mind right now.
All right. All right.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Okay. Speaking of Wednesdays, we're doing the podcast. Let's talk about a question.
Do it.
Paul writes in. Oh, by the way, Paul, credit to you, Paul, because I didn't put up a show yet.
Yeah, what happened, bud?
I got busy. And then I forgot. And then I got lazy.
God damn it.
So,
God damn it.
That's all my bases covered. There we go. But he still wrote in, so...
You're fired.
Man, good job. In honor of Vince's triumphant return to anime, I think we'll have a series of anime-related questions over the upcoming weeks. First one is kind of the baseline. If you were talking to someone who had never watched anime but was genuinely interested in it, open-minded to it all, what shows or movies would you recommend to them to really show off what makes anime great/different? These don't have to be your favorites, rather what examples really show off what it can do as an art form. How about you come up with 3 to 5 examples of each? You don't have to rank them, but it would be interesting to see where you matched up.
Okay.
Wow, that's tough.
I don't think we'd match on anything.
Me either.
But I think we had a similar question like this before. And because we've determined that there are some anime shows that don't count as anime shows.
What?
Like Cowboy Bebop. Because it's just
anime.
Yeah, it's anime, but I remember we were talking about it and we said like you would never put the qualifier of this is a good anime show in front of it. You just be like, this is just a good show.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
But I think that's to say that because it's anime.
Okay. It still counts.
Yeah, it's anime.
So I think I'd go with like a lot of the classics for people who are just getting into it. Like you'd want to rope them in hard enough to where they're like they become trapped like we are. Where you go like, oh, I saw these amazing things at the beginning, and then you're constantly chasing that dragon.
I see.
And very rarely does it come to fruition.
I see.
Right?
I think I would take the opposite approach.
Just show them trash and then make them leave forever.
Well, what do I currently enjoy about anime? Trash. What does the majority of the anime community like?
One Piece.
Trash. So I'm going to show them the trash. Everyone talks about the classics, but no one goes back. No one's like looking for that shit anymore.
I do.
Like, I do, sure. I like looking at that kind of stuff, but where are we today? We're in the world of anime trash.
What's the one where his like adopted little sister writes Arrow manga for
Arrow Manga Sensei?
There you go. Arrow Manga Sensei. That's then trash.
You show them that, then you're like, holy crap, I understand it all.
Also, I know we're watching this together. Please leave my house.
Yes.
I need to watch this alone.
I would show them Dragon's Maid.
Keijo.
I would show them Keijo, but the problem is that one relies on too many good references.
True.
That half of that show's appeal would be lost.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, see? Like, I wouldn't know.
Attack on Titan.
I might throw in like a DBZ episode in there. Just the driving one, getting their license. Just that's it.
Just the filler episode?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just that one. I might throw in 5 episodes of Goku going Super Saiyan.
No, I think I'd still commit to
the
classics. I think I'd go like Cowboy Bebop. I'd go Akira. Throwing Totoro in there for funsies.
Sure. Take the easy one.
Yeah.
Throwing all the Ghibli movies. Guys, this is anime.
One Ghibli movie. I could take the obscure Ghibli movies, just show them like The Wind Rises.
Doesn't matter. That's so devoid of being anime at this point that you're like, well,
but it's animated.
I guess so.
But then I think I'd throw in some shit to like be like, listen, this like so that's like the artsy stuff. That's the stuff you tell people you watch. Yeah. But the stuff you keep like close to your chest.
Wow.
Like here's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Here's
Mm,
like the non-filler episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
yeah.
Here's
No, you don't want the fillers?
yeah, but the thing is like I think when you talk about Dragon Ball Z now, like everyone just talks about the fillers. Everyone's like, yeah, Frieza, whatever, who cares?
Fuck,
But
I'd
yo,
say-
driver's licenses though. Remember when they were Super Saiyan and then Goku slapped his wife through 3 walls in a tree? That was fucking hilarious.
I would just probably that was great. That was great. I'd have to throw some sort of robot show in there.
Gurren Lagann.
No.
Yeah. So like I think you'd have to for me I'd want to be like, okay, here's like the good shit, but also here is like this is the deep end of anime. Like this is where shit can get buck wild, and this is the spectrum you have at your disposal.
I guess the real answer is I pick 5 very like that would cover a broad spectrum of the entire anime genre.
Yeah.
But that's too hard.
I think you could do it. So okay, let 5 branches. What do we? So shoujo, shonen,
You'd pick shoujo and shonen?
seinen,
Okay.
movie.
Right.
I don't know what the last one would be.
Slice.
Slice of life. 5. There you go. Romance, boys fighting,
Yeah.
mature audiences only,
Okay.
a movie, and slice of life.
Okay. I don't know.
You don't know? Really?
No.
What about for I think like movie would be like, okay, Akira.
Would you pick Akira?
Yeah. It's pretty cool because it gets into like some of the weirdness of anime, but also it's just a good movie.
Yeah.
I think for shonen, maybe give them some. I don't want to give them Naruto. That's too basic.
See, what?
It's too basic.
What? And One Piece isn't?
So let me tell you about One Piece.
Wait, I don't get what's wrong about being basic. You want the best, like the all-encompassing. Isn't that what you want?
I guess so. Yeah. Give them Bleach. No, don't give them Bleach.
Yes.
Yes.
I would give him My Hero.
My Hero. Yes, I was trying to think of newer ones. My Hero is a good one. For romance, I'd probably pick like My Love Story,
My Love Story.
Ore Monogatari.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. Okay, then I would pick Gekon Shoujo Nozaki-kun.
Nuzak, that's good. But that one, okay, that's good. I like that one. For slice of life, I'd pick My High School Romances didn't turn out as they wanted or whatever.
What's that?
The one where it's fucking tragedy the anime where that guy who's a loser joins the club and there's the really popular girl and the ditzy friend.
My teen romantic comedy
Yeah.
snafu.
Yeah, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu.
Okay, maybe I might switch that out for Gekon Shoujo.
Yeah. And then for seinen, like adult stuff, I'd pick Monster
Monster.
by Urasawa.
Yeah. Oh, adult stuff, huh?
Yeah. That one's the tricky one because like not a lot of seinen get a lot of like fan praise. Like usually that's just the like I've grown out of seeing tits in my face, so but I still want it to be a part of anime somehow.
Yeah. I don't know. You see, I would just pick Code Geass and call it a day.
I think that'd count. It's pretty mature. Like it's got robots.
I don't know what's saying. Like, I guess I'd rather go like Steins Gate.
Steins Gate. It's also a good choice.
But I'm just saying, like, all encompassing, I'd probably just give them Code Geass and say go. That's it.
Here's anime.
That's anime in a nutshell. You want everything? There you go.
Okay.
It's a school. There's robots.
Oh yeah, it is a
there's,
school.
There's love. There's politics. There's just fucking tragedy.
You see, there might come out with a new Code Geass or whatever.
There's no might, buddy.
Is it coming out?
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Dun,
or
dun,
3.
dun.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay.
Lucia's dead. Spoilers. Sorry.
Whoa! I haven't seen that show yet.
Yeah, you were never gonna watch it.
Maybe I will. Now I gotta wait till I forget.
All right. This tomorrow. Get started.
Yeah, I think that's a good broad spectrum.
Just show them Devilman Crybaby, and then show them.
Whoa!
What's the other one that was on Netflix? The Office. Fox.
Oh, Aguretsuko?
Yeah, just show them those two. Be like, that's anime. Have fun.
Those are two different things.
Yeah, but then you give them the entire spectrum.
That's
Be like,
that's not a spectrum. That's like, you know how like a spectrum goes Like it's like a rainbow.
Yeah,
like,
I'm telling.
and you travel the rainbow. The going from Devilman Crybaby to Aguretsuko is like taking a wormhole. Like you start at one end and you somehow teleport to the other end without seeing the other portions.
Yeah, but then I say, now use your imagination. Anime is everything
close the
also in
gap.
between.
Devilman Crybaby is so good though.
There you go.
Okay.
So I hope you answered your question, Paul, because now we're moving on to our review this week.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, it is an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what it's called already.
Chio-chan's School Road.
Chio-chan's School Road. I wish I paid attention to that title more, because as you're watching the show, I was waiting for something to happen, and I'm like, hold on!
Wait a minute.
Yeah. This show is about a girl and her morning walk to school.
Yes, and it's the episode is sectioned out into like 10-15 minute portions, so front half, back half.
Yeah.
And it's 2 days of her adventures walking to the school.
Yeah.
Not even in the school, just going from home to school.
Yeah.
And it's like a slapstick comedy.
Mm-hmm.
If that premise sounds weird, you're right. Because we were watching that show and it's still weird.
It's very weird.
The first one takes place as she's late for school, and as she's late for school, it turns out her regular way to work or to school is closed off, like it's under construction.
I never thought about how they closed roads in Japan.
Yeah,
when they showed, it's like, oh,
they just close off the road.
Yeah, like you can't go walk on the grass.
No, because those neighborhoods are so skinny streetwise, right? So, and they showed the detour, and she's like, the detour is too much. I can't. And Chio-chan's hook is that she only plays Western video games.
She's
a dork. So she's like, I could climb this pole like in my Assassin's game and then climb on the rooftops.
Yeah.
But that's just too much. She walks away from the pole and then immediately runs back and climbs on the rooftop. Yeah. And this whole episode is about her journey to school by climbing over rooftops and trying to find ways to, like, escape and get off the roof without being seen. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ridiculous scenarios, but I think the thing that really sells the show is the main character has a very vivid imagination, and she loves to stare off and fantasize.
She has what she likes to call, or the announcer likes to call, gamer brain.
Yeah. Where
she sees something and is like, I could probably do that because I did it in a game, but it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's a video game.
And that's the hook.
Yeah, and that's the hook. It's it's so ridiculous that I thought the second half of this first episode was pretty weak.
Yeah.
But the premise is weird enough to where I'm like, I want to see more.
Yeah, so like the first chunk that they showed, the first little subsect.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, it's gonna lead to something. And then when she gets the school bell and then it flashes the title card, I'm like, oh no. This is the show.
This is the whole show, right?
And then I'm like, with that, now that I had that in mind, I'm like, okay, I'll give it I guess I can look at it a different way. And the second episode is a different scenario for walking to school.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I can see the appeal.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It definitely has some actual moments to it. I just don't know if it's what I want out of a show.
It's pretty niche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it takes the scenario of walking to school and as like an awkward teenager, and just putting it to its most extremes, right? And sometimes it's a hit, like jumping off that guy's face, Assassin's Creed style.
Except that's just so beyond the scope of like reality. For the show.
Right. But then also like the scene in the second part of the episode where she jumps into the garbage because she's like, this is the only logical way to let me look behind me and to make sure this person is talking to me and not someone behind me. Right. And so it takes stuff like that where the ludicrousness of the joke is either hit or miss because of how set in reality the show is. Right. So sometimes it does something like, again, that jump off the face where you're like, okay, this works with the plot she was doing and everything else. And then the second portion is like, this joke is so unbelievable that it kind of, even though like the punchline is there, it kind of loses its humor, at least to me. Like there's a way to do lunacy,
I get it.
right? And like there's a fine line to balance.
Right.
Though the premise is unique enough and weird enough to where I'm like, I'll watch another episode of this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, right now I'm kind of undecided on how I feel about it.
Yeah, like I almost want to just continue watching it because I know they're gonna spin the format on its head at some point.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to look at the episode. It's like she's walking home,
Uh-oh.
and it's like what?
I saw one clip from it on Twitter, and she's standing on top of some like gangster's fallen over motorcycle while there's like just a huge inferno behind her, and
Yeah.
she's smoking,
Yeah.
and the gangster guy is like on his knees listening to her do some weird like crazy speech shit, making her sound like a gangster.
See, that's because she's got that fantasy imagination,
Right? And so I saw that and I was like, okay, I'm down. Like I'm down for this ridiculousness.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
It's weird.
Very.
I give it an undecided out of 5.
Sure. Sure. All right. Sure.
We'll watch another episode out of 5.
Sure. All right. I'll give it a what the fuck out of 5.
It was even more ridiculous than probably the one last week, the
Yeah.
Backstreet Girls.
But you know what? I would watch this again. I would not watch
Backstreet Girls. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Picks of the week?
Yeah, I got 2.
Go.
So one of them is as my phone loads. Actually, so you remember there was a game that came out, it was an Aliens game. It was Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
And it was just panned as being trash.
Awesome.
Just being not good.
All right.
So recently a user was going through the code of the game and was in an INI file. And an INI file, for people who don't know, is just like, it has like AI coding, a lot of like back end stuff, right?
All the fun stuff.
All the crazy computer geek stuff. And so he's going through an INI file, and he noticed that within this INI file was a typo. So there's one piece of code. I'm gonna say out the code. It's gonna be very boring, but it's called it's a class remapping equals Pekin sequence act ake xeno to tether. And then tether attached pawn to tether. So it's basically an AI file that's like telling the AI how to group together and do stuff.
Yeah.
But in the code, tether is spelled TEATHER when it should be spelled as TETHER.
Yeah. Tether.
And fixing that one typo apparently drastically improves the AI combat in that game.
Whoa.
They shipped this game with an AI typo.
Whoa.
That actually like kind of destroyed the intelligence of the enemy characters.
Whoa.
So, and you fix that one typo, and you have a significantly better game apparently.
Wow.
I thought that was a really interesting, like just weird news story.
Whoa.
My friend did it, and he's like, "No, for real, it's strictly a better game now." Like the game doesn't look any better, but just in terms of AI pathing and like interesting enemy placements, significantly better.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, and I thought that was pretty ridiculous.
Cool.
The other one is Shadow of War, the sequel to Shadow of Mordor.
Did you ever get that?
Rings. I did not. The reason I didn't get it is because apparently it was riddled with microtransactions. Just like all the late game stuff is you can buy it or just grind out an ungodly amount of hours, and all this cool stuff was hidden behind like loot chests and all this stuff. But according to the story, it turns out Shadow of War is now microtransaction free.
Oh, nice.
They have taken a step back, and this is the first time I've seen a game do the opposite of what normally games do, where if a game is kind of outside of its initial release window, they start putting in microtransactions.
Wonderful.
Whereas this one, they're like, okay, we had it. Fans don't seem to like it. Let's do the reverse.
Okay.
And within that, if you have in-game currency, they take away your in-game currency, but they give you like a whole bunch of great rewards, like worth more than what you would have been able to buy at the time. And then also they add in for free a whole bunch of orcs, legendary orcs that I think were initially behind paywalls or just didn't exist. Period. So not only did they make the game microtransaction free, but they added more content to the game, which I think is a really cool move by the developers.
Seems cool.
And it makes me kind of want to pick up that game now.
Mm.
So maybe I'll try it soon enough because it looked really cool. The whole expanded idea of the rival orcs, and now you can have your own like forts and stuff, and build up your armies, and do all that kind of jazz. It seemed really fun. So
yeah,
I'm actually kind of more intrigued now than I was before.
Yeah.
But those were my 2 picks.
Cool. My first one is in the lead up to San Diego Comic-Con, there's going to be some newses and stuff, and Comic-Con is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of big stuff coming out there. First one that I thought was insane was Marvel is going to let another publisher write their superhero books.
What?
Marvel has announced that IDW will write books for Spider-Man.
Wait, really?
Iron Man, Venom.
Huh. Are they just out of the comics game, or they're just like, whatever, man, we'll just license them out?
So they're doing these, and these are directly targeted at younger audiences.
Huh.
Not necessarily children's versions.
Yeah.
But like a new continuity for the new generation.
Like preteens, young teens?
Yeah. And that's weird that it's not Marvel. Like, Marvel's not going to be on the cover.
The thing is like, I could see Marvel doing that, but I can't see Disney like allowing that. That's the weird thing, where whenever I think of a company that's owned by Disney, I think of that Disney is just like, no, we're first party all the way, never not.
Yeah.
Don't let these licenses escape ever.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty shocking in my eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It was crazy.
Have they showed any like cover art?
Yeah, there's a Spider-Man cover out there.
Okay.
He looks like Spider-Man.
Okay. It's not doing anything like too crazy.
No, but it just says IDW.
That's super weird.
Uh-huh.
Also, I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah.
And keep it in a bag.
Ooh,
and 50 years later.
Interesting. The other thing too was, hey, guess what? Do you remember those old 80s cartoons?
Like Gem and the Holograms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Tiger Cats.
Transformers.
Hi-Man.
Oh, Hi-Man. I love Hi-Man.
Yeah. Do you know which one of those? Like, they were all not good.
No, they're bad.
But there was one that was even... Well, I don't want to say it was the worst, but it was a pretty bad show.
Josie and the Pussycat Doll. Wait,
close.
That's earlier, I think.
Close, but it's She-Ra.
Who?
She-Ra.
I don't know who She-Ra is.
You don't know who She-Ra is?
No.
That's how bad it was. It was C tier from the 80s.
It sounded like F tier to me, because I've literally never heard this name until this moment in my life.
You never heard She-Ra and the Princess of Power?
No.
She-Ra is kind of like think of He-Man,
but has a vagina.
I mean, I don't want to reduce it to that, but kinda.
Okay.
Kinda.
You don't want to reduce it to it, or it is?
I mean, she's She-Ra, okay? She looks like a Wonder Woman type.
Okay.
She's She-Ra.
Okay.
So, Netflix is like, we're bringing that back.
I'm sorry, what?
We bring in She-Ra back.
Who wanted this back?
No one wanted this back.
Is this just like Netflix was like, we found this license for 20 cents, and everything we do is gold. So...
Yeah.
All right. They found this license on the street. Like, some marketing dude is walking down New York one day and is like, oh, look, a license.
Yeah. So they brought her back, and they released the first image of her artwork.
Okay.
This is it. I'm going to show you. Tell me what's your first reaction.
It's very modernized.
Okay.
Like, so the first one you showed me, it's pretty realistic. This one is more in vein of maybe like if Steven Universe characters were more human.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot of soft colors and soft lines.
Okay.
A lot of roundness to each character.
Okay.
Well, if you look at like her arms and stuff, there's a lot of like just shape, right?
I can see what you're saying.
So it's like I like Steven Universe characters to me, for some reason they always look like they're malleable.
Yeah.
Like they're very soft.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this looks like.
Yeah. Well, there's been a bit of a kerfuffle.
Why?
On the internet.
Why?
The boys in the 80s who didn't like She-Ra then
Okay.
are saying that this She-Ra is not sexy enough for them now.
I don't think this show's for them. Also, I think this character design is fucking fantastic because underneath her skirt, she is wearing shorts.
Oh, you mean she's wearing skirts?
Skirts, yes, which like
is the 80s.
Just dead on 80s fashion.
Yes.
But also the fact that she has like I believe this is superhero attire.
Yeah.
Right? Like she's fully covered up in the chest. She's wearing a like Suns Out Guns Out tank top, like sure. But like that's more believable.
But the 35-year-old men who didn't like She-Ra then were hoping that this was going to be the sex symbol for today's youth.
God damn it. This is the type of nerd I hope I never become. And I
Anthony.
What?
How did you notice that already happened?
Oh no. This is the type of nerd I hope I never become. Like to where like so say I didn't like that design. Say I knew She-Ra and I was just like, I don't like that design. But to be mad about it to the point where I have to vocalize it to other people and be like, oh man, this obscure 80s cartoon. This preteen girl who's portraying the main character is just not showing enough skin, you know? Like what is she, like an A cup? Yeah. Fuck that. Like
I think the argument is what is it, like middle-aged YouTuber upset that new She-Ra cartoon was not made for him.
So this is the thing where I'm also kind of skeptical of this headline.
Yeah.
Because this also happens with comedians.
Yeah.
Where a comedian will say some like really edgy joke.
Yeah.
And one, as Bill Burr puts it, one person goes home with the memory of a stenographer, writes it down, and because they say it's offensive, obviously, then the whole world thinks it's offensive.
Yeah.
Like, how many people are actually like, this fucking obscure cartoon isn't sexy enough? Like,
a lot.
Is it actually a lot?
It's a lot of really angry dudes.
Then this is ridiculous.
Yes,
this is ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
'Cause it's hard for me to believe in like an era.
It's not a one person's upset at this. This is a whole generation of fucking boys.
See, now I gotta go to fucking like Big B Comics and just be like and find nerds and be like, what do you guys think of She-Ra?
Sure.
Right, and then see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me for being skeptical on that, but
yeah.
In this age of very sensationalist headlines,
I was amazed. I was like, wow, there's a lot of interesting tweets going on about
how many of those tweets were from profiles with eggs as avatars?
No.
None of them? Damn.
Like they're real people.
Damn. Yeah. They need to raise the minimum wage because these people need lives.
That's what I mean, like, it's crazy. That's what
Bernie Sanders is right.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is it. This is Trump's America. Welcome.
Well, I mean, we can talk about that too, but we don't have to go there.
No, I'm saying that Trump's America is causing the She-Ra uprising, the She-Ra controversy.
Jeez. Yeah. It probably is.
This is that's fucking ridiculous. Also, that character design is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, like I think that's a design where if I had a daughter, I'd be like, this is a character that I'm comfortable with her like role modeling / wanting to dress up for as Halloween.
I'd just be like, see if I had a daughter, show all that trash anime.
Yeah, if I listen, the true facts is if we had daughters, we'd be like, all right, listen, you guys need to learn about trash.
Yep.
And then you got to talk about trash together, and then you got to introduce us to new trash because now you're the people discovering it, and you tell us.
Tell that new age trash.
Yeah, we don't want to discover trash anymore. You just discover it and then tell us about the trash.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'd have a kid.
Exactly. That, and also when you're old, for them to take care of you.
I guess so. Just make them give me money.
Yeah, just guilt them into being like, well, listen, if you don't take care of me, you're not in my will. And then just be like, damn.
They'll be like, listen, Dad, you got nothing in that will. I'll be like, well, fuck you.
Well, listen, I have so many pantsu in the bank deposit, all right? You don't even know. My favorite Seiyu signed these panties.
Oh my God. Woo!
You did this to me, childs. This is gonna pay for your college tuition.
Ooh,
Sell this shit on
jeez.
eBay so
Ooh.
some creepy guy can sniff it.
Whoa, that's insane.
This is the future we're going to. Currency is no longer worth anything. Only signed panties can be used for trade.
Holy moly! Now that's future for sure. I don't know if I want to live in it, but oh,
That's the future where females truly have power.
yeah, all the power.
Because they print their own currency.
Wow, damn.
This one's moist.
Ooh.
This is worth more.
Nah,
Or is it worth less?
I'm okay. Nah.
Freshly bought is like $1.
Eh.
But if it's been used,
Ooh,
premium.
I don't know, man.
I'm creeping myself out now.
So you say this, and I'm like, part of my real job is reading like retail trends, and like all I'm thinking about now is, I think the time, like the current trend. Sorry, off topic, is Victoria's Secret has hit its peak, and it's on downward trend.
Is it really?
Yes.
Exactly.
So that
Interesting.
pantsu future, I don't believe in.
What about granny pantsu future?
I think it's the entire pantsu market.
Oh, are women's underwear just going to turn into men's underwear?
Well, I don't know.
Where it's just like, here's black and gray.
It's not a thing anymore.
Also
Like the
boxers.
super sexy lingerie and the.
Are you telling me no underwear will be sold?
No, underwear will be sold, but it's not going to be this it thing anymore.
Okay, also off topic, like, I always found lingerie weird.
Why?
Because, like, I understand it's sexy underwear.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, it's always under your clothes until it's not. And if you're using it for that reason, the hint reason,
Yeah.
it's going to be on the floor anyways.
Will it?
What? Just take it off.
Will it? Will all of it come off, Anthony?
Yes.
Really?
Because you take it off.
You're gonna tell me all of it's gonna come off?
all of it.
All right. It's your problem.
At least in my experience.
All right.
It all comes off anyways.
Because you can just leave half of it on if you want.
That's weird.
Why?
I don't know.
Maybe you like it. Maybe you want to keep her in the corset. Maybe you just want to keep her in the, what are they called? The stockings and the garter thing?
I feel like that defeats the purpose.
Maybe it does.
I don't know. It's weird to me.
Or,
It's
you
weird to
just
me.
leave it on.
Also, the weirder thing
Mm.
of thinking that buying your significant other underwear is an acceptable gift.
It's acceptable.
It's weird to me because it's like it's like you're not buying a gift for them at that point. You're buying a gift for you. And you're like, happy birthday, I bought a gift to me.
What if I told you sexy underwear makes women feel good about themselves?
Does it?
Yes.
I've never met that person.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I think I need to meet more people.
You think you do?
Yeah.
I think you do.
Yeah. Because I've never met that person.
That's at least how I don't know if that mindset is changing, but that's generally the reason why it's been so successful. Women want to feel good.
Listen, if they feel good in it, more power to them.
Mhm.
I've never met that person.
Are you sure you've been dating women?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's like
There was a penis there?
when the vagina is the thing that dangles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
it's got
one.
like the sack at the
Mhm,
bottom. Yeah,
mhm.
that's the vagina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Glad we're on the same page.
Listen, I had sex education. I know what's up.
All right. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
kids nowadays are being reverted to 1998 curriculum of the sex.
Listen, I thought we weren't getting political here. Don't make me rant about Ontario politics. Please don't make me do that.
All right, let's move into our weeks.
I'm gonna go into my week to get my mind off that.
Okay.
So this week,
Okay, baby.
pretty slow.
Oh, I think it's Peruvian.
Huh?
I thought you were say Peruvian.
Oh, Palladium. I went to Palladium. No, I didn't. So it was pretty slow. I only did one new thing this week.
Oh no!
But a thing I forgot to talk about last week. I think I forgot to talk about last week.
What?
Was that I saw Ocean's 8.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. So I went to go see Ocean's 8 starring Sandra Bullock.
How was it?
Top of the review. It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay.
I always thought the movie was not going to be good when I saw Sandra Bullock was the lead.
So yeah, here's the thing. So Sandra Bullock is the lead. She in the previous movies in like 11 to 13 was what's his face? George Clooney's wife. Right?
No, that's
No.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. Wait, then is she a part of this?
No.
She was never in the original?
No.
I genuinely thought Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock were the same person.
That's fair.
Do they play the same character?
No.
But like in the movie, she's like at a grave of someone named Danny Ocean.
I think she's the little sister.
Oh.
Or the daughter or something.
Okay. I thought those people were the same person.
Well, there you
Hot
go.
damn.
There you go.
Yeah, so Sandra Bullock plays the lead in this, and she has been in jail for a long time because of a heist that Danny did. She gets out, and the first thing she does when she gets out is she's like, I've been in there. It's like years thinking about the perfect heist.
Okay.
And basically, they want to heist some jewels. They're
Well, what else are you gonna heist?
yeah, at the Met Gala, there is going to be a exclusive, just like history exhibit, and one of them is like the most pure, heaviest diamond necklace in the world.
Ooh.
And they want to lift it off of a celebrity who's going to wear it to the Met Gala, and then stuff goes from there. So
that's exciting.
It's pretty cool heist premise. Like taking a necklace off of somebody somehow, like that seems pretty sweet.
Yeah, you gotta be fucking amazing.
You gotta be fucking amazing. And it's got a interesting cast of 8 characters. Notable is Rihanna is in it.
Oh, that's seriously notable is?
Also notable, Aquafina, my girl. Aquafina's in it.
Get out of here.
Also star in the upcoming movie Crazy Rich Asians.
Right.
Yeah.
Star.
Yeah, star.
Star.
Co-starring what's the girl from Fresh Off the Boat?
Constance Wu?
Yeah, Constance Wu. But the star of the show is Aquafina.
Is it?
Yeah. That's how I see it, at least.
Good to know. Good to know.
And so everything kind of is set up like a standards ocean movie.
Yeah.
You meet the crew one by one. They eventually learn about the plan. They put the plan into action. Something happens, and then something else happens to where the audience had no idea, and it's supposed to be a surprise.
No.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Right. It's a cookie cutter oceans film,
Okay.
like just through and through. I think the only thing that makes this movie really weak as an Oceans movie, like I don't think it's necessarily a bad movie, but I do think it's the weakest Oceans movie, is because the reveal, the thing where it's just like we're super geniuses and you thought we were doing it one way, but really was a diversion to do the other way. That reveal isn't exciting at all. Like it's super lackluster. And you think it's building up to this crazy thing that like, oh, we would have never seen this. It makes so much sense. But really, it's just like, okay, it makes sense, but it's not grandiose enough for an Oceans movie, given the previous movies.
Okay.
And I think that kind of makes it weak. So.
Okay.
But the whole thing of like, I've seen people on Twitter complaining about like the all-female cast doesn't really pull it off. They pull it off. I think it's really good. And then even like Rihanna's hacking sequences and stuff.
You made her a hacker?
They made her a hacker. She's a hacker that gets high all the time.
So
her name's 8-Ball.
It's not Sombra?
No, it's not Sombra. Her name is Her name is 8-Ball, and then she uses a trackball mouse with an 8-ball in it.
Wow. She's so cool.
She's so cool. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But the thing is, her hacking sequences are actually like very realistic, coming from someone who's in like computer science and stuff. Like
she doesn't just hit a button.
So it's like
she doesn't just hit the N key.
She still has like certain things where it's just like, look at my power, and she like hits the F key, and then like all the lights shut off, right? But the techniques she uses and like certain things that you get to see, even though they're not explained, if you know what they are, it's like, oh, that's like how people might feasibly do this, right? Like the one I noticed was she got into someone's account and needed a password, and she used this thing that I've seen, at least in the hacking world, that's basically an external box that force cracks passwords.
Yep.
And like they use it in the movie, and they don't really explain what it is to the viewer, but still, like if you know what it is,
you're just like, oh, that's magic.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, oh, that's magic. But if you know what it is, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool that they got that to do that. Yeah, and each character is really unique, brings their own thing to the team. Yep. So overall, it's fine. If you want to see it in the theater, like see it on a cheap night. But it's okay.
All right,
it's fine. And then I started Octopath Traveler.
Oh, you bought that?
Yeah. So I got the special edition.
Oh, you didn't cancel it?
I did not.
Oh wow.
I committed.
Okay.
So I got the special edition.
Okay.
It comes with the game.
Okay.
It comes with the soundtrack, or sorry, a sound selection.
Okay.
It comes with a physical metal coin of the currency in the game, and then it has like a 12-page, 8-page. It's a pop-up book.
Oh.
So the case opens up as a book,
Yeah.
and then inside this bookcase is another book.
Okay.
And when you open that up, it's got pop-up pictures of the scenes in the game, which I think is pretty cool.
That's neat.
It's like a really neat addition. Like I've never seen something like that before.
Was it worth it?
I'm happy with it.
How much was it?
I'm happy with it.
How much was it?
It's like it was like 120 before tax. Considering the game would have been 90 if I just bought it regularly. $79.99 that game.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're telling me that extra 40.
The sound selection and the physical coin, I think, is
It's extra $50.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
You tell me, is it worth the extra $50? Do the math. Because that game now costs you $145 after tax.
It's like 130 something dollars.
No. You said it's $129?
Maybe I have the initial price wrong. Because at the end of the day, after tax, it was like $138.
Okay, so it was $119.
Okay.
So it was extra $40. Was it worth the $40? If you're telling me that a CD is worth $20, go back to the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it'd been one of those things where I was like, this is cool enough to where, like, if I didn't get it, I would have regretted it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For the coin?
I think the coin and the pop-up book are pretty sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pop-up book sounds cool.
Yeah, the pop-up book's really cool.
Coin, I don't know.
Coin. Listen. It's a metal coin.
I go through those on the daily.
On the daily. I'm going to take that to Tim's and be like, how much for this shilling? Like, how many ice caps?
Ooh.
So I started Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
I started with the merchant character.
Of Venice, okay.
Yeah. And, dude, this game's not really Final Fantasy.
Nope.
This game's like Saga.
Yep.
And I wasn't ready for it.
Uh-oh.
Because I don't think I've played a Saga game I've liked.
Uh-oh.
And so far, this one's okay.
Yes.
And I haven't gotten to more than one character in my party.
Yes.
But I do like the battle system. I think it's
pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool. So how the battle system works is like each character has weaknesses that you can exploit.
Yeah.
But they also have a shield number. And basically, if you hit them with their weakness enough, their shield goes to 0 and you get a break status on them, which makes them lose their next turn and then take additional damage from attacks.
Cool.
And setting up enemies in a way where, say there's multiple enemies on screen, like they all break at the same time, and then you can get an extra move in to do more damage is pretty cool.
Right.
But also, every turn you generate a stock. And the stocks can be used kind of like braving in Bravely Default.
Yeah.
But instead of losing turns, you just get more powerful attacks or multiple attacks in one turn. And then using that in combination with trying to break enemies creates this weird numbers back and forth game.
Right.
It's actually pretty fun, just even in the early game. Like normally early JRPGs just like hold attack until they're dead. But in this one, even in the early fights, you can apply a bit of strategy to win more.
Yeah.
Right. I think so far it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't gotten to any like yield English stuff that people are complaining about.
Oh, there's a lot of great things in there.
Right? Is there?
Some of the lines.
Have you played it?
I haven't.
Okay. How far did you get? Like how many hours in?
Oh, 0. But I've been seeing a lot of really good stuff.
Okay.
I'm at the part where I have to choose who I want to start as.
Wow. Good for you. You booted up the game.
I undid the cellophane and put the card in the Switch.
And dang. And you downloaded the update?
I did it.
Man.
I did it.
You're crushing it.
Man.
You're crushing it.
Pro gamer.
Are you MLG?
I am.
Yeah? What team you on? Team Liquid? Yeah, TSM?
No.
SKT1 Telecom?
Sorry, bro. London Spitfire over here.
Oh, London Spitfire. Damn. Yeah. You're bringing them out of the gutter. Yeah, you're their ringer.
You're right, man. I'm building this team around me.
Yeah. I'm bringing this team up. I'm here to get you to the LCS. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Like I haven't seen any weird shit, but also like the very little Shakespearean language I've seen isn't offensive.
No.
Like it's not just it's not weird, and it's also not out of place in the setting. So I don't really know what people are complaining about so far. I'm sure I'll run into it eventually.
I'm sure you will.
So far, it's like it's not really egregious, and also
It's the hotness.
the stuff that's there, like, it's fine.
It's
Like
good.
it fits the theme of the game.
That's good.
So, the other thing is that this game's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's it. It's beautiful.
For something that's strictly pixel art, like 8-bit pixel art, they use the tilt shift in such an amazing way that it's just style.
I know. It's part when I look at this game, I'm like, I wish Bravely Default looked like this.
Let me tell you about 3D Dot Game Heroes.
Oh no!
Because that is a video game that looks like that.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes the effects are really weird. Like when you use your extra stock to power up your attack.
Yeah.
Like you basically turn Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Like the sky goes dark. You get flaming auras around you. When you're in the overworld map, like the beach is all pixely, but when you get to the water, it's just like DX11 CryEngine water, and you're like, what's happening? So they mix new and old graphical styles to make this like game that kind of looks like no other. Like, yeah, again, the only thing you could really closely compare it to is 3D Dot Game Heroes, but not even they go as far as this. So
yeah, it makes you wish that, like, oh man, I want a really grand RPG like this. That looks like this.
Yeah, and now you have it. Apparently, it's not crazy long.
Well, you got to go through it multiple times.
Yeah, you do, but it's not like I heard it's not like Xenoblade Chronicles long.
That's okay with me.
Yeah. Because
listen, I don't need another 110-hour epic.
Dude, I booted up Xenoblade Chronicles 2 again. And I was like, where was I? Oh, I'm here?
All right. I gotta buy that game.
I'm like 60, 70 hours into the game. Still not done the story? What the fuck? It's so long. And the battle system is getting really tiring.
Oh, boy.
God damn it.
Someone's angry.
But it came in a cool special edition. So far my early impressions of Octopath Traveler is that this game's good, man. Cool. This game is surprisingly good.
Cool.
I kind of was expecting like something middling or just like whatever, but this is a good game so far.
Okay.
I think I'm about 4 or 5 hours into it.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. I've been playing it like the past 2 nights.
Oh, okay.
So this weekend I was pretty busy.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Good to know.
I like it. That's my week.
My week was pretty quiet. Like, I know I said I'd try to watch an anime, but I was too busy.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
What?
I got farther in that smut game.
What smut game?
Remember Mirror I was talking about last week?
Oh, yeah.
So I got to a new girl. She's a dragon lady.
This game.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, man. I just keep playing Bejeweled. Also, like, one of my friends is farther than me, and I'm like, I gotta beat him.
I mean, you don't.
I don't. You're right. Listen, you're 100% right. I'm just not gonna listen to you.
Oh my god.
So the story in this one is that the lady's a dragon, and that for some reason, reading poems makes her, like, hot. Like, not physically hot, but just like, oh, like, there's burning inside of me. And then your dad is like, listen, the only way you can quell her magical powers is by being a man and taking her by force. And it's like, whoa, Dad, chillax. And so basically, I had to fuck a dragon to make it turn into a dragon lady, to make it turn into a real dragon, so that we could be lifelong partners and protect the realm together.
So you turn a girl into a half dragon lady?
No, so a half dragon lady, I turn into a full dragon by banging her.
Okay. Wow.
To release her magic.
God, I'm pretty sure you're the one with the release.
Hey! That's a good one. I like that.
Oh, disgusting.
So yeah, that's a bad game.
Okay.
Don't buy it.
He continues to endorse it.
I'll beat it eventually.
Oh, of course he'll beat it.
Oh, I'll beat it all right. You know what I'm saying? Hey! As long as the puns are there, I'll still keep playing. Oh yeah, and then I got to a second new girl, which was like some jungle lady. She's like Isla from Chrono Trigger, kind of.
Yeah.
And her whole thing is like, I come from a village where if I don't bring back the head of a werewolf, I can't become a hunter, and I become a breeder. It's like, oh, that's gross.
A breeder.
A breeder, like straight up. And then then the guy you play is like from a clan where they become higher status the smaller their penis is, and the faster they finish, they climax. But you are huge and you take forever. And you meet this breeder lady.
Of fucking course you do. Of course Cogzilla meets breeder extraordinaire.
This game is so stupid.
What the fuck?
Listen, is it more ridiculous than when I told you I was a 16-year-old boy that had to bang my great grandma as a my great grandma as a zombie to keep her from becoming evil?
I don't know. I'm cursed with this huge dick.
Oh,
and there's this woman here who's just offering herself to me. Oh, what was me?
No, she's not offering herself. She was defeated in combat by a werewolf, and you saved her. Therefore, she is indebted to you.
Oh, that's even better. I'm sorry, Mikaku. Just take me now. It's okay if it takes you forever to finish.
I swear this was made by the guy who writes the descriptions on Hentai Haven made this game.
Jeez. That's great.
Oh, it's so bad. But the gameplay is just bejeweled.
So?
And it's mindless and just I do stuff.
Yeah, you bet you
Oh,
do.
I do stuff.
I bet you do. Fuck. That's disgusting. Nah.
I think I have like 4 ladies to unlock and then I'm done.
Yeah, I bet you do.
And then I'm finished. Wink.
Stamina though.
I just upgraded that. You can upgrade your character stats.
Oh god.
All right, continue on with what were you talking about? What were you talking about?
Anime.
Yeah, you're talking about anime?
Yeah, I was gonna watch something, but I didn't.
Tell me about anime.
I didn't watch any anime because I was like, I'm too busy this weekend.
Gay.
Yeah. So I went to TFCon this weekend, the big Transformers convention.
Oh yeah.
It was fun stuff. There's Transformer stuff.
What'd you buy?
A lot of toys.
Did you buy a don't worry about it amount of stuff?
No.
Okay.
I think I spent like $200.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Bought 2 things. But I sold something, so that's kind of even.
Balance it out. Okay.
So I did that. Really cool, you know. It's always fun seeing old friends' faces.
Because you
and stuff.
volunteer there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hang out with some friends there who also volunteer. And
Did you get to escort any cool celebrities or?
No, but I got to hang out with Gary Chalk and David K.
I don't know who those people
Gary
are.
Chalk is Optimus Primal from Beast Wars.
Cool.
And David K is Megatron from Beast Wars.
Cool.
So they were cool. It's
Yeah.
always a fun little thing to do. Yeah. Unfortunately, there was a robbery at the show.
Mm-hmm.
Going around all the conventions this past year, there's been like a
robbery every.
Yeah, there's a collective group of people who have like organized crime and they steal from an artist.
That's weird.
Like they steal the money
from their like collection.
Yeah, from like their money box.
Holy shit!
Like that's cruel. Like if you're gonna steal, why would you steal from the artist?
What's the thing? Like, was it recently like that? Like vegans protested at some like restaurant in Toronto who sells deer.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, like you're protesting in front of this local business. Like,
yeah.
your message isn't going to be heard by McDonald's, so you attack the lower end people. Yeah. It's like these people aren't going to rob a bank, so they hit the easier targets, right?
But yeah, it sucks. So I mean, I know that this thing happened at Anime Expo or not Anime North. Happened at all the cons leading up to this one, so yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, but
gotta be someone on the inside.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, everyone some really nice lady. She had like all these custom Transformers pins to sell. She just donated them to the show, and then all the proceeds ended up going back to him.
Oh,
So it was really nice,
nice.
and more people ended up buying a lot of his work there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he made it okay.
Cool.
But yeah, it was a good Transformer show. You know, you like Transforming robots? They're there. A lot of cool stuff. They're there. Hung with a friend Rex, and he brought a Switch. We played the game
Yeah.
called Pocket Rumble.
Pocket Rumble.
Is that what it is?
Because I played that too.
That's the fighting game.
Yeah.
It's like 8-bit SNK Vane fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, SNK, I'd say that. Yeah, yeah.
It's one of those fighting games that it's on the Switch, and basically you can use each controller for each person because the idea is like it's one of those
Pocket Rumble.
very easy fighters to get into.
Yeah.
And that there's no really difficult command moves. It's your specials are done by holding down the attack button.
I would argue that there's no command moves.
You're right.
Because the way you do special moves is you hold down, back, and down, forward, and then press a button.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then there's only 2 attack moves.
Light and heavy.
Yeah, and I mean you press them together and do something else, but yeah, for the most part, that's what you got. And I had a lot of fun with it. It was because it wasn't like dive kick where it was just the one button. Right? Is that dive kick?
Yeah, dive kick is the one button, and then if you get hit once, you're dead.
Yeah. So this game it felt more like a regular fighting game with just limited combat options. Yeah. But because of that, it allowed me to focus more on actual fighting game techniques.
Okay.
Like zoning or just, like just anything.
Did you play the guy who had the samurai sword?
He was fucking hard.
So I was fighting Rex.
Yeah.
And he has this move where his standing heavy is a low.
Yeah.
So I was testing Rex's spacing abilities.
Yeah. So
I would stand like just on the outside of his attacks, and I would knock him right down because when you did it, it was a knockdown, a hard knockdown. So and then I would just go knockdown, walk up, knockdown, knockdown, and see what his reactions would be. And he's like, "Stop doing this!" And like learn, adapt.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it was cool. It was cool. It made me appreciate fighting games more in a way that like I was never able to do. Yeah. Just because I was able to have more strategy as opposed to trying to execute this move.
I agree with you that game does allow you to focus on fundamentals. Like I think that's a great game for if you want to focus on fundamentals.
Yeah, and like there's only 8 characters?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8.
Yeah, 8 characters, and they're all pretty different. They're all unique, and
yeah, some of them borrow from other fighting games. Like
for sure.
There is a Ryu.
Yeah.
I think one of the characters is pretty much like Terry Bogard from King of Fighters.
Oh, the girl.
Huh? Yeah, the girl is like Terry Bogard. There's one girl with a cat, and she's basically Carl Clover from Blaze Blue.
She's awesome.
She's weird though, because like when she can't dash.
Why do you need to dash when your cat's always there?
Yes, but you can like. When you dash, you move your cat around, and you can set up your cat as a trap and do all that stuff. Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool ideas in that game. Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. So yeah, that was a fun little distraction. And then that's more or less it. I watched the show on one episode of the show on Netflix. I think it's called like Kiss Me Now or Kiss Me First.
Okay.
It's weird. It's like some chick. She lives in some sort of like in present day, but VR has taken off.
Okay.
And she stumbles upon, think of it like Ready Player One, where like there's this huge oasis.
Yeah.
But she stumbles upon a place where there's a modified zone, and it's like restricted, and in this place there's like a rebel people, and what they've done is they've made it so that you could feel what happens in VR on your body,
like haptic feedback suits.
Yeah, but then there's a bit more like, what's the purpose of this group? Blah blah blah.
Okay.
It's I don't want to say it's bad, but it's definitely not good. So
interesting.
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes though. That's why I was like, okay, maybe I'll try it and see. So that's that. Been watching more Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, or I think it's just Queer Eye on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. Still good, still fun.
I still have to watch an episode of that one.
It's good. It's a good show.
Okay.
It's very good. It's yeah, I'm still enjoying that a lot.
I still have to watch TV.
Yeah. It's amazing what they like, cause you know when you watch a makeover show and you're like, well, I gotta do so much of this, so much of that, and then they change. It's weird that in Queer Eye they don't really like. They don't do a lot to you. They're like, we give you a haircut, tell you how you should change up your style, your dressing.
Well, I think that's the difference, like you said, in their casting.
Yeah.
They're choosing people who want to change, right?
Yeah.
And so really, you don't need to do much to those types of people. If they're truly open to change, all you got to do is point them in a direction.
That's pretty much what they do, yeah.
And maybe give them a boost, like with a haircut or with a clothing style, right? And then just like, dude, go for it.
It's
like
just insane. It's insane how much they change. You're like, whoa, damn,
yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, so that's that. That's fun. Now I got back into Overwatch. That hamster thing from last week, I was like, oh man,
poor man.
So I got in. I'm like, oh, this game would ever leave you. So good, so good.
Terrible.
It's a pretty good game, that Overwatch.
It's fine.
That new Symmetra is dangerous.
Listen, but you know where the real MLG's at? You know where the real esports is?
Not Hearthstone.
Fortnite. No. You gotta get into that Fortnite, baby.
No, thank you. Let me tell you about something. Reinhardt is S tier meta again.
Let me tell you something.
What?
You can't double pump in Fortnite anymore.
Oh no.
No. It's changed the meta.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna give you something. Okay. Reinhardt, what's his weakness?
Nothing.
No,
he's fucking impenetrable.
There's something that Reinhardt can't.
He's a giant German man with a giant shield.
Something that Reinhardt has an issue with.
Nothing.
Mobility.
No, he just has a jetpack and he flies.
He doesn't fly
in a straight line on the floor.
He can't. He also has extreme vertical limitations.
Are you saying he's vertically challenged?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that new Symmetra?
Yeah.
That turret puts Reinhardt where the fuck ever you want.
The teleporter thing?
Yes. And he can just appear out of fucking nowhere.
Sweet.
And then all of a sudden, Reinhardt's the leading on the dive from the sky. And you're like, what happened? And that's Overwatch.
Is it just like one at a certain moment you're defending a base and then you hear the words hammer down from behind you?
And the guy's doing 360 hammer down.
360 no scope hammer down? Oh no.
And you're like, no! Where'd this come from? And you're like, that's fucking Symmetra. Because those turrets have been upgraded and it's stupid.
Sweet.
But, I mean, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Yeah. So yeah, that's been the Overwatch minute.
Can you attach Symmetra turrets to people?
No.
Oh,
that's too good.
That'd be awesome. Just attach like 5 to a Reinhardt and then
as he's going.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could attach to a shield.
Maybe.
No, because then they would drop when he puts that shield.
No,
down.
but what if he doesn't put it down?
Hammer down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, what if he had a laser shield? Like, you put him on the shield, and he's walking forward, and all you see is laser beams, like, coming out of the shield. That'd be pretty cool.
But yeah, so yeah, that's the hot Overwatch take, and I think that has mostly been my week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's the show then.
That is the show.
I didn't do anything. Oh, wait, I did remember one thing I did. I played the hot new game, Onimusha Blade Warriors.
Oh, God. For the PS2?
For the PS2.
Is that the one with Mega Man?
That's the one
that has Mega Man Zero.
That's the one that's Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And it's like two layered, like Guilty Gear Isuka. If anybody's played that, no one has other than me. But like there's a foreground and a background to the fighting arena.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found it for $15. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
That definitely has Mega Man in it.
It's not. It's okay. It's fine. I still have to play multiplayer, but the single player, I think I'm just gonna try and find a cheat that unlocks everything and then save it.
I think that's what me and TJ did.
Okay, because I don't want to play through that story. It's not great.
You should. It's a masterpiece.
Is it?
Yeah, like Mystic Quest.
Mystic Quest is not. No. No.
You didn't like Mystic Quest?
No.
It's the best game in the world.
No, I did not.
It's as good as not Phantasy Star, Jet Force Gemini.
Jet Force Gemini is okay.
Oh, you mean amazing?
Only though the Xbox One version.
Jet Force Gemini?
Yeah, because it's in that rare replay collection, and you can use dual analog sticks. It makes that game
but it's
better.
not authentic.
True facts, it's not.
Come on, tell me you played with a friend, right?
What, Jet Force Gemini?
Yeah.
No. I only played by myself because I only rented it.
That's why you don't like it.
Did I never play with a friend?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because you know the second player is invincible, right?
What?
Yeah. Remember? T?
What?
Makes it so much
He's your
easier.
pet, and he has unlimited ammo, and he's invincible, and he's like a second gun on the screen.
Whoa.
He
That
makes that game
sounds
so
cheap.
easy.
It sounds cheap.
I remember we used to be like, okay, I don't want to be the guy. I want to be the little thing.
No, I want to be the little thing. Damn.
Yeah. That's the show, guys. Thanks for listening.
Come back next week
When we talk about stuff.
where I talk about more porn game progress.
And I talk about porn. Bye!
Oh, wow.